first opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one. Between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the Colts' 21-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is?
He's got him in, complete. And they'll get this run past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 33 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. give to Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Brown from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. And the Colts are going to go 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Brown. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
So times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Looking to throw. Brown. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Brown. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Brown. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Mixon on the draw. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw again is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Time to his left. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Gutsy decision to keep it, but it turned out to be the right one, and all of a sudden, 4th down becomes 1st down.
Gutsy and smart, because he's used to making a lot of decisions. You know that on every play he has to do it. In this case, he made the proper one, and that turned into a big 1st down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Colts 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
65 yards on the ground in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
45.
Here's Taylor. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
36.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to to defend him. I think you use the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Brown.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff to Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the 44-yard line.
2nd down at 5.
Wilson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Now it's Wilson. This is caught. And just shedding him off there. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give to Taylor. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Looking to throw. Brown. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. John Johnson with the INT. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Wilson completes it to Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Mixon runs through the contact, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Play action. Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45.
Back to throw. Brown. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for Andy. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 87 yards on the ground for him so far.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Brown on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throw left side complete. That's Hines. Touchdown, Colts. Naeem Hines from 17 yards one's out. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8. Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Slye.
He was true on his first. This is a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Looking for Campbell downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Indy.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Jacob Hollister, 30 yards. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to re-get.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Joe Mixon
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Jets have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Brown. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds downs, it appears, right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Working with a 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Brown throwing deep here for Coleman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Brown.
That's complete. Bunam.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Hines. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And that's complete to Davis. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Wilson to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Mixon. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game, 35-35.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike, 53, Mike, all day.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's the end of regulation.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we can go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there?
Yeah, it was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? And it looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson to Jermaine Kearse. That gets it done. And then go back.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there in overtime. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. The Jets are going to the Super Bowl as we say thanks for watching and good night.